the end of their 70-win season was over, they wasn't in the parking lot calling the motherfucker for help and shit. They actually won the chip. And what up, though? And welcome to the Hood Report, the spot where culture meets competition and where we spit real shit. Now, sports for sure is our focus, but culture guides our discussions. And in the end, our primary goal is to make sure that you, our viewers, both enjoy and are informed. And with that, you can't help but be entertained and enjoy tonight's session as we're going to talk about the NBA and their top 5 champions of all time. So we're going to talk those Celtic dynasties, and we're going to undoubtedly have some Laker dynasties, and of course the motherfucking Bad Boys. We're going to have them on there. So a compilation of some of the greatest teams ever seen on the NBA. With that, the rules and how the rules apply is this. You can go with a single time champion, but obviously each of us, your argument is strengthened by one that has won multiples. Number 2 thing is that it's got to be the same team. So if they won a year, had a year in between and won another year, then it's the same team, then it counts as, you can count that as the same team. If the team was the same. Now, if they made wholesale changes and they switched up players, then you have to count that as 2 separate teams. That's where the multiples come in, and back-to-back being a little more worthy than those that have gaps in them because they're different teams typically. Also, we're going from 5 to 1. So you're going to go with your 5th selection, your 5th greatest team, up to your 1st greatest team. And then in between, we're going to then critique each other's list and then move on to the next person. So if you guys got all that down, you motherfuckers are starting off listening today like you normally don't, then I think we're ready to roll. Mark, you up first.
Let's go.
Run that shit.
Let's go. Hey, put your motherfucking seatbelt on. Hey, let's get it. Hey, these 5 right here, these are some real champions. And these are the best 5 champions. At number 5, you have the Boston Celtics 85-86 season. These Boston Celtics, 4 Hall of Famers, 67-15 for the year. They was 3rd in offensive rating. They was 1st in defensive rating. They was 1st in margin of victory that year with 9 points. With margin of victory that year. But the Hall of Famers, you talking about Bird, McHale, Parrish. You talking about Danny Ainge. You talking about, hey, look, these boys had a squad, and they had a great coach too. Casey Jones was no joke. But but check this out. Over the regular season, they was 40-1 at home. That was crazy. That was 40-1. That is crazy.
That was crazy.
You tell me, hey, and it was some very tough teams in the 80s. They was 40-1 at home. Now, hey, you tell me that ain't no real shit. In the playoffs, they was 15-3. Hey, these boys was tough, and they are arguably one of the best teams ever for that year, ever to win a championship. Yeah, Boston Celtics for sure. Number 5. At number 4, we're gonna go with the Golden State Warriors, 2016 and 2017. They are at number 4. They are number 4. They had anytime you have 2 MVPs in their prime, it's only 2 teams that I can remember that has 2 MVPs like in their prime or almost like in that prime status, and that was Golden State was one of them. When they had Curry and they had Durant, Golden State was just coming off of a year where they won 72 games, and then you pick up another MVP in Durant. But that year they was 1st in offense, they was 2nd in defensive rating, and points of margin of victory. They was averaging 11 points. Winning games. Every fun game, they would win by 11 points. That was the average. They was 16-1 in the playoffs. I mean, they was knocking motherfuckers out. These boys, hey, they was legit. I didn't like it. Yeah. I didn't like it. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't like it. But you gotta give them props. Them boys, they did their thing. that is number 4 on my list with Curry and Durant. Them boys was, they were some bad boys.
It's probably a little too light now to be too much higher up on the list. Because a bigger team would pound their motherfucking ass.
But a bigger team. But you can't tell me with the shooting of Curry and with Durant.
I'm not saying they don't belong on the list.
They should be higher on the list.
Not higher on the list. They're too light in the abs to be higher on the list. Okay. That's what I think.
Okay. Well, let's go on to number 3.
Let's go. What's your number 3? Let's go.
This is deep in my heart right here. Hey, at number 3, this shit right here, this shit is deep in the motherfucker because I had struggles between 3 and 2. But this really hurt me. This really gonna hurt me when I do this. At number 3, we got Q. Bad boys.
What it do?
Bad boys.
Yes, sir.
Bad boys.
Yes, sir.
1988 and 89, the Detroit Pistons. They are one of the best teams ever to win a championship. And let me just, I ain't gonna tell you about it. We all know about the greatest of Isaiah Thomas. To me, the greatest point guard ever to play this game.
Tell them, baby.
They had, to me, what the Pistons had is what no other, it ain't too many teams have this, to where they don't have no other stars. But the thing is, when everybody play their role and play their role the right way, you can have a great team. And that's what they did.
Yes.
Joe Dumars, good defensive player. Dennis Rodman, rebounder. You had Sally. You had Lambeer hitting the jump shot. They was a great team. But in the playoffs, regular season, they was 53 and 19.
Shut up.
53 and 19. In the playoffs, they was 15 and 2. And let me tell you why that 15 and 2 means a lot. Because let's look at the teams they played. And this is the reason why I think the Pistons could have been a little higher, but I'm gonna tell you why.
They should have been a little higher.
Sing it.
They beat the Boston Celtics with Larry Bird, Kevin McHale. They beat them. They beat Milwaukee Bucks. That's okay competition. But then they beat Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson. They beat them, and they beat the Los Angeles Lakers. It wasn't one team on anybody's list. I guarantee you, it wasn't one team on anybody's list that had to go through that gauntlet.
No way
to win 15 games and just lose 2.
You know
them boys, the Pistons, one of the best teams ever. That championship team was one of the best teams
hands ever. Down, man down.
Okay, but they 3.
Absolutely.
Okay, but they 3 on your list.
They were 3. Okay, and
but they 3 on your list.
Now let me explain. Number 3 all-time list, it ain't too bad. But let me go to number 2.
Okay,
and
number 2.
The only reason why I picked this number 2 team over the number 3 team is because even though they cheated, they beat the Pistons in the finals. And that's the Los Angeles Lakers in 86 and 87.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
The only reason why.
Don't do that.
I can't put them that high because there was some bullshit. They cheated.
Don't do that.
I'm telling you about my list. The only reason why I picked the Lakers over the Pistons because the Pistons should have been ahead of the Lakers, but they cheated the Pistons. But I'm not going to go into detail that. I'm just tell you my number 2 team is the Los Angeles Lakers. They were 65 and 67. They was first in offense. Look, this team was special. I ain't gonna lie. That 87 team was special. 7 teams that averaged double digits. That's tough. That's tough. They had MVP Magic Johnson. They had Kareem average 19. They had Worthy average 23. They had Pat Riley. Pat Riley's a great coach. Yeah,
Pat Riley.
He put it all together. Hey,
keep naming them.
And one thing for sure, it was showtime. It was showtime. So them boys deserve it. But the only way I put them in front of the Pistons because they beat the Pistons the year before, and that's why I picked the Lakers. So and they do deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve it. They were 53 in the playoffs.
They deserve it.
They deserve
it. No way.
Fuck the Lakers.
Okay, you good now. You good now.
And they actually went back to back too.
They won one. They lost the other one. They just gave it to them. That's some bullshit.
Now I agree with your number 3. I agree with your number 3 now.
That's the reason why I put them ahead.
Phantom call.
I just gotta be real. And it wasn't Phantom call. It was. Not being like this, and then they called a foul. But
Pistons should have been a 3-peat.
Don't do that.
Pistons should have been a 3-peat.
Yeah.
Foul.
Yeah. At number 1.
No fucking foul. Maybe the West Coast was a foul, Tweety. It ain't no foul in real basketball.
It wasn't no foul. That's some bullshit. It wasn't no foul.
Foul.
At number 1, I hate to say it. I hate to say this shit.
Come on.
But I'm going to give the credit to the Chicago Bulls.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna give the greatest season to Chicago Bulls. 72-10. You have Michael Jordan, the MVP. You had Pippen. You had Robin leading the lead in rebounding. You had Kukoc, the number 6 man of the year award. Hey, they deserve it. They was 15-3 in the playoffs. Overall record between the regular season and the playoffs, they was 87-13.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy as hell. That's the best record overall ever. So I gotta give credit to them. They was first in defense. They was first in offensive rating. They was first in margin of victory that year. They deserve it. I mean, I gotta give them credit. That 1 year was very special, and that is the best team for 1 year. That I agree that was the best team ever for that year. They were.
Well, you put your number one.
All right,
team.
so go ahead, Q. You started critiquing it. Go ahead. Do you think
your number one team? You only going with the one season, Martin? You're not going with the three-peat at least to make it look better?
No. They three-peated, but I'm just mentioning just that one season because I understand. They did three-peat, but I'm just talking about that one season.
I understand
how dominant they were and what they did that season. Just that season, I'm going with that team. Yeah.
Okay. So number one, 3 championships in a row.
All right,
your list is bullshit already. You didn't even have the Lakers on there. The 2000 to 2002 Lakers.
Hell no.
No.
Your
Hell
list
no.
is bullshit. They three-peated.
Let me tell you why. Though.
Three-peat.
You want to hear my explanation why?
Why what? Why they wasn't on there?
Both of the Lakers. Look, both of those three-peats with Kobe and Shaq or whatever. Well, the first one. The reason why I didn't put them on there because 2 of those years they should have fucking lost one of those series with Sacramento and Portland. So
they
would have dominant.
Woulda.
My point is they went dominant though. They went dominant.
They won.
What the fuck?
It wasn't.
That mean they dominant.
But it wasn't dominant.
Hold on.
They won.
Don't
matter they won.
Hold on. Who in the hell did the Bulls play when they won all these championships? Well, who the fuck? There wasn't nobody out there where they was winning championships.
They wasn't dominant.
Teams out there. They beat.
That Seattle Supersonics team. That Seattle
Supersonics team. They beat the finals.
That Suns team was good too.
And Sean Kevin.
Was good. That Suns team was good.
No team they played
Cleveland,
had
right?
what they had.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
that's why they were a dominant team.
Yeah.
But that Suns team was good. That Barkley team.
That Barkley team was good too.
That Barkley team won 6 games.
Oh my god!
Okay.
This nigga just said team and three-peat wasn't dominant.
Their team wasn't better than Portland or Sacramento.
You can three-peat. Don't mean you dominant. More. I don't mean you more dominant. You were dominant, but dominant during that stretch.
What now? 20? Say that one time.
Them teams wasn't better than that Portland team or that Sacramento team.
Yes, they were.
The Lakers went up to. No.
Yes, they were.
Hold on.
Yes, they were. Because they had 10 players. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yes, they were.
Don't do that.
Because that Sacramento team, like Shaq said, that was the queens. That wasn't the kings. They were some queens, and they was.
He called them that because he dominated everybody.
Because they was soft. No. The queens was soft. Please.
You win the championship. You dominated everybody. I don't care what
that Portland team. That Portland team.
No. But y'all say they dominated. They didn't dominate. The Kings was up the whole series. What are you talking about? How they dominate? That ain't dominate.
They won the championship.
They won, but they didn't dominate. You know what dominate mean? They didn't dominate.
That's because they played lazy at the beginning and came back.
And the thing you gotta take in mind is this. I ain't been this list because I got a couple of question marks about this list too because I think the Lakers shouldn't be so high because fuck the Lakers. Because the refs cheated, and because Pat Riley had a little bit of money, don't mean they dominant. But anyway. It's dominant teams against dominant teams. So it's who's most dominant is the choice. You got dominant teams all through this shit, right? But who do you think is most dominant? So I would say from that standpoint, during the years they played, and when you take consideration the competition, then you gotta respect it. I actually was not a fan of the teams. I think the Lakers came through when a watered down area. That Lakers team in the 2000s. They beat Indiana 1 year. They beat the New Jersey Net team 1 year. Like, really, they ain't played the toughest motherfuckers either.
Who they play to get there, though? Who they play in the West to get there?
Oh, my God. But you...
No, I think they
a
were
bunch of
I
mean, that Portland team they beat was a good team. That Sacramento team was a good team. They weren't great teams, obviously, because they never did shit else.
Who?
Right. Ain't our fault. It ain't our fault that the East was horrible back then.
Yeah. So
The
once
East
again,
was
dominant
always
team is
horrible, but go ahead.
go through a gauntlet of teams that are fucking champions and beat them to get there. Then you get my respect to the dominant team. Anyway, we got Martin. We're running on time. So Tweet, we're gonna go to you. You're next up to provide your list. Let's go ahead and run it. Hey, 4 out of the 5 teams gonna be Lakers. 4 out of 5 teams gonna be Lakers, guaranteed. Go ahead.
Can't wait to hear this bullshit.
This bullshit right here. Here it go. All right, listen up. Listen up now. Number 5. The 86-87 Los Angeles Lakers.
Go figure.
Yeah, you gotta put the Lakers on there. 85-86. It was back and forth between the Celtics and the Lakers in the 80s. So you had MJ. He averaged 24. Worthy averaged 20. Byron Scott averaged 17. Kareem 19. AC Green 11, and Coop 11 points. All right.
Okay.
And they was 15-3 in the playoff record. In that
points, motherfuckers average record. To me don't mean anything. So I know Martin brought that bullshit up. That don't mean that. And I know you brought it. It don't mean that. It means how well you gel as a team. Because you look at the Pistons. As an example, their numbers were deflated. So it's not how many points people score. It's like how well you gel as a team.
They gelled as a team. No. They went to the championship every year.
That, but go ahead, Tweet. I'm gonna argue that point in a minute.
Yeah, they went to the championship every year. You know,
and they was score don't mean nothing.
And the regular season was 65-17. All right. And them Lakers every year they went to the playoffs. All right.
Okay.
Prior to that, they got swept by Denver and all that other bullshit. So, and for number 4, I'm going to number 4 now.
Okay.
1990-91 Chicago Bulls. Bulls.
That first Bulls team?
Damn.
The first Bull teams. They had a record of, they was 15-2 in the playoffs.
They beat an old-ass Lakers team. Right?
They was 16-21 in that
old-ass Pistons team to get on the way. They ain't do shit. Fuck the Lakers. Fuck that.
Go ahead, Tweet.
Jordan he averaged 32 points that whole season. 6 rebounds.
He go think about how many points one person averages means something. Don't mean shit.
It do mean something. No, when the whole team is gelling, it does mean something. That's why they win championships.
Okay.
That's why they win championships. And you know they did beat my Lakers in that series. So
that old ass Lakers team. Magic Johnson was a shell of himself in that fucking series.
He still got there. He's still in the championship.
And then let Scottie Pippen foul him the whole series and shit. So
he did. It was rough. It was rough that series. But that's what I got him at. And I got number 3. I got to do number 3.
Number 3. Yeah. Number 3. Go ahead.
No. I got to go to State Warriors. 16-17.
Okay. All right.
After winning 73 games. After winning 73 games,
and called KD, and they got KD to come on board so they can win the championship.
They did that. They did.
But I'm still giving number 3 because they was dominant.
They ain't winning no heart medals. They got championships.
They was dominant.
They ain't no heart medals.
They lost one game in that playoff run.
That is
one.
They were
dominated. So after they got KD, everybody knew they was going to win the championship. Everybody knew.
Once again, no heart medals because they
didn't get no heart medals, but everybody knew they would win the championship, and they did. So that's what it was. They did that, and Curry and Durant averaged over 28 points that game, that series, that season.
It was MVPs.
They was MVPs. It could have been a co-MVP. So
no,
but
KD was clearly the best player.
Durant won it. No, stop that bullshit. Now he's clearly the bullshit. Stop it.
It wasn't even close.
Curry could have won that.
No.
Bullshit.
But after Durant got there, everybody knew they was gonna win that championship that year. So it is what it is. Everybody knew.
Hey, Curry, MVP Curry could have won? He won the Iguodala one. That's when he could have won.
He should have won that one. He should have won that award.
Iguodala was the better player.
Oh yeah, give that 1-0 to win.
Bullshit. He wasn't a better player that series.
The series changed when they put him in. But anyway, go ahead. What you got?
Oh, he was a LeBron stopper then. That what y'all call him?
No, we ain't say
for that series.
No,
keep it going. Bullshit.
All right, number 2. The 2002 Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers three-peat.
Number 2.
Yes. The three-peat. And y'all know they was dominant the whole whole 3 years that they played.
They wasn't dominant, but go ahead.
They was dominant. They was dominant.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. They was dominant. They won all these damn games. Wait, where's my list at? Right here.
What damn games?
Hold on, let me.
They wasn't dominant like that, brother. They weren't dominant. But go ahead.
They was 15-4 that whole playoff record.
Okay.
So they lost a couple games. Okay, they whooped on the 76ers. They whooped them.
Yeah.
They whooped them.
A very inferior team.
Yeah, ain't my fault they was there.
That three-team championship. They beat the 76ers.
Ain't my fault they was there.
And they beat New Jersey.
I guess Rodney, Chicago the only team that played anybody tough in the playoffs. If they ask you,
I told y'all who played the toughest. But go ahead.
Let's go.
This is it.
But you had them 3.
Played the toughest.
But you had them 3.
Please.
Okay.
But
hey, Quinn, you're right. My opinion, my motherfucking choice. So yeah. If that would come down to it, it is what it is.
Go ahead.
All right, I got number 1.
We already know.
The 95-96 Chicago Bulls.
Oh, okay. You had a Bulls team at top. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I got them at top.
2 Bulls teams.
Wow. I got them at top. I got them at top. Because they were 72-10, like Martin said, they were 72-10 that whole season. They was 15-3 in that whole playoff run. So I got them at top. So there you go. That's my top 5 teams ever for me.
Okay. So I'm about to take your ass. I've been holding back.
Let's go.
I was holding back like a motherfucker because the bad boys didn't make your list, back-to-back champions, and the competition they played. It wasn't not one team on your list that played the competition that the Pistons played with beating Larry Bird, beating Michael Jordan, beating Magic Johnson. Not one team. Nobody ever
was Chicago young? Chicago young then, running.
Michael Jordan wasn't young. Michael Jordan won 2 years later. With him, Scottie Pippen.
He didn't know how to win there.
Oh,
he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready because the Pistons whooped that ass. That's why he wasn't ready.
You gonna eat that shit, Tweety?
He wasn't ready.
All that.
Yeah.
That's the only problem you have with your list.
You gonna eat that, Tweety?
Well, yeah. That's the only problem you have with your list.
That 3-peat Lakers that had a harder road.
What I'm gonna say is that Laker team, that 3-peat Laker team with Kobe and Shaq, it shouldn't be at the top at number 2. I think that's
the most dominated duo ever.
They struggled to get there. They should have lost. They won.
Should have.
I give them they won.
Yeah.
They struggled.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda don't count.
They struggled.
It wasn't an impressive road to me. I'll say that.
No, the best duo ever.
3 championships is an impressive road. I don't care how you get to it.
It's different. It's a different. You say dominant, and you say they struggled to win, but they did struggle to win. They wasn't dominant.
Not a whole lot of teams that pulled off 3 championships in a row. So I don't know how you can say that. Discredit that.
Okay.
I'm gonna discredit it by saying.
Besides the Bulls, you give them all the credit.
Hey, I'm gonna discredit it by saying Philadelphia, Indiana, and fucking New Jersey. That's how I'm gonna discredit it.
Right. But who did we play to get there?
That's the way the Bulls ran through the East. That's the way the Bulls ran through the East every year to get to the playoffs. The Bulls ran through the East the same way.
Yeah. And my fault the East was weak in them days.
That's a lady. She got it.
That's what I'm telling you.
What else? I ain't got no problem with your Lakers. I ain't got no problem, sweetie. No problem with it.
There's the validation. That's your validation that your list is fucked up and Quentin ain't got no problem with it.
No problem with it. No problem with it. No problem with it.
2 Bulls teams on there. Yeah. 2 Bulls teams on there. That's crazy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like I say,
2 Bulls. Yes.
All my teams went back-to-back champions.
All right, motherfucker, you up next.
Let's go.
Cut the shit. Go ahead and go.
Let's go. Start at number 5. First of all, the criteria for this was supposed to be back-to-back champions. So, you picked another team. That's supposed to be this fucking credit anyway. So, that's just... Yeah. It strengthens
the argument when they have double. It don't guarantee it.
And my notable mention here, which I thought was fucking a travesty. A travesty. Yeah, this team was a travesty. It's the San Antonio Spurs. This team dominated for a decade, but never won back-to-back championships. So, as I say, all my teams do have back-to-back champions. The Spurs never got it. They dominated like a motherfucker, and I feel that's a travesty. That I couldn't
But
put them on my list.
Move somebody else off and put them on in, motherfucker.
No,
Boston,
no.
Wait. Boston didn't win back-to-back championships, but they were one of the best teams ever for that year. They was. But go ahead.
But that wasn't what was going. Okay. So that was my honorable mention.
Okay.
Number five had a great 2015 season, like Tweety said. They went 73-9 and propelled them to a back-to-back championships in 2017 and 2018.
That was a different team. Now you talk about a 73-win team. That was a different team.
I just said it propelled them.
It didn't propel them. KD did. Them motherfuckers,
they were still a good team, and it propelled them. You still got the coach. You still have the same system. It propelled them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we are. 2017. They came back and won six. They went 67-15.
Okay.
The Splash Brothers changed the game. Let's just put it as it is. During those seasons, they both averaged over 40% from the 3-point line. And just showed us a game that we never seen. So, and back-to-back champions, my number 5 on the list. So, that's where I got them, for that.
They deserve to be on the list.
Right. My number 3, my number 4 team. This team won 3 championships. They did it with half of one of my favorite teams, but they managed to get it done. And that's them Chicago Bulls. We're gonna go with the 96. I went 96-98 Chicago Bulls.
They number 4?
Number 4.
You crazy.
Number 4. Although Martin.
Number 4?
Goddamn right.
Okay.
Although Martin mentioned Jordan, Pippen, Kukoc, and all them guys, you know who he forgot to mention? Rodman, John Sally, James Edwards.
Obviously, you wouldn't mention. Obviously, you wouldn't listen.
All the damn Pistons.
I did mention Rodman. I said Rodman led the league in rebounding. So pay attention.
Okay. You mentioned the one Piston, but you forgot the other ones that they had on the team too. You forgot the other ones they had on the team.
Hey, the late Jerry Krause is rolling over his grave listening to this bullshit.
So basically, this team who learned how to win from the Pistons took half the fucking Pistons to keep winning. So that's why they're gonna be my number 4 team. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's where I'm going with that.
Your list is officially fucked up.
Excuse me, can I get to finish my list before you fucking judge
Your
it?
list is officially fucked up.
Yeah, okay. You fucked up too, so let's go.
Continue, please.
Yes, thank you. Let's go. My number.
Don't start whining now. Make your picks. Don't start whining. Make your picks. Let's go. Come on.
My number 3 team is the Pistons, the Bad Boys.
Okay.
Feisty defensive team. Rick Mahorn, Dennis Rodman, John Sally, Joey D, and the Microwave. Okay. And of course the captain, Isaiah Thomas, who took them to the top.
Okay.
So that's my team for that. Like I said, the team below them learned how to win from this team. This team also with the team, like y'all said, they beat they were able to beat Jordan, Bird, and
Magic.
And Magic. Thank you, Martin. So that's why they will that's what they be that team for. So that's that. So that's my number 3 team. Okay. Moving on to number 2, me and Tweety share some love with this, and that's gonna be them Los Angeles Lakers. Anytime you can win.
Which one? What year?
See, I'm going with 2002 to 2000 to 2000 to 2002. The reason why I say this is because we the criteria of it. So I'm going 2000 to 2002 team. During this, Shaq and Kobe is the most dominant combination ever. Nobody can ever
silly as hell.
Nobody can ever
silly as hell. But go ahead.
Fucking deny that. Shaq and Kobe.
You can't deny that. You can't deny that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I deny it.
Shaq and Kobe the most dominant ever. 2000 they beat the Pacers, swept the Sixers, and then turn around and beat the Nets. They also had other key players like Derek Fisher and and some other guys on their team. So that really was the catalyst for that. Moving on to my number 1 team, Boston Celtics.
What?
From the 1959 to 1966, this team won 8 chips in a row. 8 chips in a row. With guard John Havlicek, Sam Jones, nicknamed Mr. Clutch, Satchel Sanders, the modern day double-double, and another shooting guard, Bill Sherman.
You talking about competition? They really ain't played no fucking body.
8 chips in a row. They dominated. 8 chips in a row. Nobody has ever won 8 chips in a row. So that's my number 1 team.
What year was this?
They didn't fucking play nobody.
1959 to 1966.
59.
1850 or something. I don't know.
When the team could only have one brother apiece, right?
Yeah.
Actually, 3 guys I named off here were black on that team.
It was
how many?
And they had a few more.
They had how many?
I don't know. That was 3 black guys I just named off.
3 black guys? Okay.
3 brothers.
They had a nigga limit on the court, so.
Hey, anyways, they dominated.
God,
8 chips in a row.
Yeah.
I thought the criteria for this was picking teams that had dominated and won multiple chips in a row.
It is.
No,
what I'm saying,
no.
I said is what I said at the time we said is it strengthens your argument if you have teams that won multiple.
Yeah, that wasn't the only criteria, but yeah.
It strengthens your team. It strengthens your position.
Okay.
So that's what I said. Okay, all right, go ahead, Mark. You want to critique it? Then
I want to
critique.
Tweety. I want to critique. I'm not gonna critique everything, but I think y'all got to get confused with that Kobe and Shaq shit, because Kobe and Shaq, they got swept so many times.
We ain't confused.
They won them 3. They won them 3 after Phil Jackson got there. So that's another case of Phil Jackson taking over and this and that. And then not just that, and those 3, 2 of them, they struggled to barely fucking win. That ain't dominating. That ain't dominating. That is my opinion. I don't think they dominated the way y'all say they did, because they didn't. If it wasn't for the ball getting tapped back to Robert Horry to make that shot, that's more lucky shit. And then Sacramento, them old Queens.
That's what basketball is.
That wasn't dominating. So no, they didn't dominate. Please.
No, we ain't say dominate. They won.
They ain't nowhere near the best dual combination ever. They ain't nowhere
bullshit.
near.
They number 1.
They're number 1.
You can't name me one better. Name me one better right now.
That's what I keep saying. I ain't heard them name better combination.
Name me one better right now.
Pippen and Jordan. Pippen and Jordan
wasn't better.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck no, they wasn't better.
Okay. They got the two of them weren't better, more consistent, and producing the results at a high level than those other guys.
No, they wasn't.
Okay. All right.
No, they wasn't.
All right.
Glad you think so. Any critique you want to do, or you just go kiss his ass and agree with him, Tweety? You gonna critique it, or you gonna kiss his ass?
That bullshit with Chicago at number 4, that was bullshit right there. That's straight bullshit, Q. Yeah. That's Chicago at number 4.
Yeah, they got half the Pistons on their fucking team, so fuck them.
But it's still,
Well, the thing is, it don't matter.
It do matter.
With them.
It matter a lot.
With them.
It matters a lot.
Especially
when the leader of the team is MF and my the best guy that I like. Constantly MF and Isaiah Thomas ain't giving him the respect that he needs. He ain't going above my boy. Flat out.
You said Isaiah was the second best point guard all time.
He ain't. Well, I don't give a damn.
He
still say he hate him, and he still won't give him credit. He still won't give him credit for teaching that son bitch how to win a championship.
All I say is this with that. All I say is this with that. Don't nobody hate the Bulls and Michael Jordan more than me, but I got to be real about it. And that Bulls team, they was the best team ever. But but you just holding on to to personal feelings and shit. But
I'm willing to,
real talk,
I'm willing to
they
take
was
the
one
hit.
of the best teams.
I'm willing to take the hit for it. I don't care.
Yeah. Won all the awards that year. Yeah. They had the 6-man award. They had the Coach of the Year award. They had the MVP. They had all the awards that year.
They were they were a dominant team.
They were dominant. They were dominant.
They showed up every night, and they put it on motherfuckers every night.
Every night.
When the end of their 70-win season was over, they wasn't in the parking lot calling the motherfucker for help and shit. They actually won the chip, and then came back the next year and won it again. And the next year
Curry.
So anyway,
that's Curry.
See, there you go. It wasn't
I can't
Curry.
stand the motherfuckers. Curry was on the 3-way.
He's on a 3-way. So it was Curry.
Curry was on that quiet motherfucker. He didn't say nothing. He was like, okay. Yeah, Draymond.
I got more respect with Draymond because at least he was on the phone and shit. Oh, punk ass Curry was in the background and shit. Be quiet and shit. Be quiet. Don't say nothing shit. Oh, punk ass motherfucker Curry. Let's go. Come on, Rod.
He called Draymond and said, "Hey, call him, Draymond, call him."
There y'all go, some bullshit. Y'all with that bullshit. All right,
here we go. Long awaited. We had to sit through this other bullshit.
Here come the real bullshit.
Until you get to this real shit. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna give you reasoning behind it. I'm going to lay this out so that you simple motherfuckers can understand.
Let's go.
Now, number 5 on the list. Number 5 on the list.
Okay.
I'm going to say is a great team. They assembled players that allowed them to come out and over the course of a couple of years be very, very dominant. Over the course of 2 years, be very dominant. But I got to hold against you when you do a rent-a-cop. And you got to put a call in and you go rent a cop. So my number 5 team on the NBA championship is the Golden State Warriors 2016-2017. Got to hold it against you. They were dominant. I got to hold against you when you got to go rent. You got to do rent a cop. So
when he come.
2016-2017 Golden State. Plus they were light in the ass. So some of the other teams that got on the list that were bigger, stronger, more physical would ran them off of the 3-point line. And would have beat them up down low. So that's why I say Golden State, number 5, dominant team, destroyed the era. But I got to look at the competition they played against and look at the overall landscape versus other teams.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, they number 5. Number 5.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So anyway, next.
Yep.
This team, one of the most dominant teams of all time, played through an era where the basketball was said to be at its highest levels of all time in the 80s. This team won 3 championships over the course of 5 years, but the year I'm going to focus in on is 84 and 86, the Boston Celtics. 4 Hall of Famers on that team, strong list of starters, strong bench, and what I would tell you is the piece that people sleep on is that Kevin McHale piece. Kevin McHale was fucking devastating, and he was probably the person that was most difficult for the Pistons when they were trying to make their surge. Was the most difficult for them to get past because they couldn't stop him for a long time. The Mahorn piece and doing that combination when they got Rob in the side and they were able to do a collection on him and it slowed it down. Bird gonna get his, right? So I ain't putting down Bird because Bird was a bad motherfucker. Bird gonna get his, but they need to slow down McHale. So they were finally able to, but not over the course of the time where they had their success. They beat the Lakers. They beat the Pistons team that was game. They beat the Philadelphia 76ers team that was pretty stacked with Dr. J, Moses Malone, those guys. They beat them consistently in that window to get to the championship. So that Boston Celtics team, number 4 on my list. Next, number 3. So this one I kind of juggled around, had some reservations here and there as to who would be numbered the next team on the list. Once again, I got to fall back into the greatest era of basketball, which is the 80s, once again, for my number 3 team. And the deciding factor for me was this team that I put at number 3 actually won 3 championships, but really only won 2. And we know they fucked over another team, and they should have won just 2. But great team, great record, great performance, but the Lakers, that 85 through 88 team that won the multiple championships during that time, they, for me, fall back into the number 3 place because the number 2 team was a team, once again, same era. This era was the greatest era of basketball where the greatest competition was being had. I have to give it to the Pistons because nobody to this date, the Detroit Pistons, have went through the playoffs, had a dominant record despite playing dominant champions all the way through. And when you look at all these other teams all didn't have to stack up and play champions and play teams of that high caliber in order to get there. And still was 15-3 over the course of their run. So I say the Pistons, the bad boys, introduced the 3-guard offense. Like a lot of people don't realize that, understand that. They introduced the 3-guard offense. They were the first team to do it and do it successfully, where they would have obviously Vinny coming off the bench, but then they ran lineups when they had against that Portland team because Portland couldn't guard them. They ran Vinny, Isaiah, and Dumars together on the court as well as against that Laker team because the Lakers couldn't stay in front of them. So I would just say that they set the standard as it relates to defense and defensive play. then also offensively, they were much more formidable offensively than what people give them credit for. So I say they're my number 2 team of all time on the list. And then number 1, I think is, once again, similar to what everyone else said, but the thing is, hands down, you gotta call a spade a spade. These guys came out, they went about their business, they learned how to win from us, and they took those learnings and went out and exacted revenge on people, winning the first 3. But actually, the team that I'm going to give the credit to, because they picked up those Pistons, right? So I say as a compliment for those Pistons and the impact they had, especially that one Piston, that motherfucker that rebounded like a motherfucker. I think he was the piece that allowed them to get past Karl Malone for 2 of the years. He was the piece that helped to slow down Sean Kemp. He was the piece that helped be the cherry on top of that team. And actually, I think they were better than that early Bulls team because he was better than Horace Grant and what he brought to the table. Horace Grant had a little more offense, but Rodman was a better defender, clearly, and was a better rebounder than Horace Grant ever was or ever could dream to be. So that's why I say that Bulls team is number 1. And like I said, just the way they went about it over the course of that 3-year run, they were a dominant team. They let you know it. They came out and took care of their business and quick work right across the board over the year. Now I do question some of their competition, but they dominated the competition they did play. So I got to give them that. Don't like them, hate to say it, but I got to give them their credit and give them their due and say that they were the number 1 team all time for championship teams. So go ahead and have at it, gents. We're good to go.
The only problem I got with your list is that and like I say, it just hard me to say, but I got to be real about it. I got to put the Lakers ahead of the Pistons because that 86-87 team beat the Pistons. And I know it was on some bullshit, and it was on bullshit, but sometimes you got to face reality. We lost. You got to give them credit. They won. And it's kind of hard to put them in front of the Pistons. Put them. Y'all
don't want to put them in front of the Pistons.
But that team didn't win back-to-back championships, didn't it?
Huh?
They won back-to-back.
That Lakers team did go back-to-back?
Yeah, the second year they won was against us. That bullshit.
They won back-to-back. But it was some bullshit, but
they should have won back to back.
You're right, and we should have won 3. But the reality is, I finally got over it.
About time. Should have took you 20 years.
Well, they still cheated us. They did, but I gotta give them credit. So that's the only problem I got.
I would say this. I thought they were a little soft in the cheeks too, so I just couldn't give it to them. So
there you go.
I put the motherfuckers at 3, and I got the Pistons at 2.
Okay.
There you go.
Right.
They were soft in the cheeks. They was the LA soft ass basketball versus that rough and rugged shit.
I don't think they was soft because I don't think they was soft.
The WWE and shit. That's what y'all was doing.
Because what James Worthy did,
because
what James Worthy did in Game 7 and that whole series, James Worthy ain't soft at all.
They were balling.
Yeah.
Lakers was tough. They were
before,
tough team.
Before the WWE was the Pistons.
And the thing is people, y'all motherfuckers get twisted. They're in the top 5 NBA championship teams of all time, right? So it ain't like it's a disgrace or you doing them a disservice by putting them at number 3 out of
true.
How many teams won championships, right?
Perspective.
Perspective, motherfucker. Perspective.
I think my critique.
Perspective. Hey, I can appreciate your approach. I think you're fucking wrong, but I'm gonna stick my guns to what I picked.
Okay.
Right,
and I give my critique. That's
I'm cool with your critique.
I'll switch to 4 and 5 you had though up with the Celtics and the Warriors.
Hell no.
Hell yeah. You got the Warriors too low.
Nah,
they should be at least number 4 on your list.
I have Warriors at 4.
Anytime you gotta have a what they call the on that show they used to call it, what they call it, emergency helpline or whatever the fuck. When you gotta use the emergency helpline to build your team, then I can't you can't go so far. They were dominant. They were dominant. Look, they were dominant. They were a great team. They ran the table in the years they had. So I give them that. But what I would tell you is I think there were other teams that were more dominant for the era and the teams they played. That's all.
Okay. Your list.
I think anytime you got, because like I say, on everybody's list, and just everything I just heard, anytime you got 2 MVPs pretty much around their prime and in their prime, it was only 2 teams like that, and that was Golden State, and that was old poke ass Lakers with Magic and Kareem. Kareem was kind of older still, but.
He wasn't.
Curry and
Durant. The Kobe and Shaq were one.
Kobe and Shaq, 2000s.
The Kobe and Shaq team was in their prime.
Kobe and Shaq, let's go.
Yeah, they were in their prime.
But they went down like that.
But they didn't.
Bullshit.
Curry and Durant, they prime the way they were. They deserve to be a little higher than 5. But yeah,
it should have been 4. That's it.
All right, Q, you got anything you want to say? What? Feel free.
They pretty much got it all together. I of course me, I don't like the Bulls up at the top, but the consensus love the Bulls, so y'all run with them.
Don't love them.
No,
don't love them. Don't love them.
Like I said, it ain't nobody that hate the Bulls more than me. Trust me. You might hate them just as much as me, but don't nobody hate them more than me. But I gotta face reality. Reality is they was the most dominant team I ever seen.
Reality is that they earned their place.
I'm still having trouble getting over the running of the Bulls, and Michael Jordan's little show that we all had to watch and how he exalted him.
Oh, so, you need to get over that shit.
Shut up, Tweet. That's the reason why. That's the reason why I have so much trouble putting them any higher on this list. At first, I was going to put them I never was going to put them number 1, but I was going to at least put them.
You had them where number 4?
At number 2.
You had them at number 4, right?
No, I had them
number 5.
Yeah, I had them at number 4.
I had number 4.
I was going to put them at number 2, but some of the last night, I said, you know what? Nah, I'm going with my heart on this one. I don't give a damn. So.
Hey, what's over there? Any other team that you had that you didn't have that was a struggle not putting them on the list? Go ahead, Mark. What you got?
Yeah, I'm about to answer your question because that was just what the fuck I was about to say. The one team that probably deserved to be on this list is the San Antonio Spurs because they might not have had that dominating team for that 1 year, but for them to win what they did in 5 years with that core. They probably should have been on one of these lists. They probably should have because to win 5 in the time that they did.
But who you taking off?
With a great coach.
I would take off that Laker team.
Bullshit.
You can't take off a Laker team that won 3 back-to-back championships for a team.
No, they won 2.
No.
They won 2.
Back-to-back championships.
I would take that. Oh yeah. Wait. Off y'all list? It would be that Laker team.
That Laker team won 2.
Yeah, but Laker team for sure.
Won 3.
Bullshit.
I'm doing on my team. No. List, I'm saying
because
I didn't pick that Laker team.
Let me tell you why I would take that Laker team that y'all
Which one?
Off the list and then put them on it.
But there's whooping the Lakers out during that same era.
They swept the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq. So I would most definitely put them on there instead of Kobe and Shaq.
Dominant as they were.
Definitely, I would do that.
Crazy as hell.
But they did.
Dominant as they were. They couldn't win 2 championships back to back. They dominated for a decade, but you can't win 2 back-to-back championships.
They won 4. They won
5. They won 5.
It's a lot of teams like that.
Crazy as hell.
Then the Golden State Warriors.
They won 5.
Then the criteria opens up.
No. That's just something used as a that was just something you used as a barometer to be able to strengthen your argument.
You got
that if they kept that same team over 10 years and didn't switch the team up, they kept the same team for the core was the same. We should have given them more credence probably as a whole.
San Antonio should have been on the list.
Well, put them on your list.
If I'm not mistaken, Rod, the question was posed.
Yeah, put them on your damn list.
What do we?
Fuck San Antonio.
What was the fucking question?
I don't care if they got the big girls like Charles Barkley said. They should have been on somebody's list.
Yeah,
Yours.
They should be on the list. Hey, I'll tell you the other team that I considered that I struggled with putting on is that 2 years of LeBron and Wade. Right, you got two superstars, same thing. Virtually in their prime. They did some things in those 2 years. In those 2 years, that was some of the best basketball you've seen as well.
When they went on that streak, when they went on that streak, and I would beat that Lakers streak when it was like 30-some games straight. Yeah, that's dominating.
Now
that's dominating.
And the Lakers streak was over 2 seasons. The Miami streak was in the same season when they won the 27, 28 games.
They could have been on there.
And you talking about somebody calling somebody on the phone? D-Wade called LeBron. Talking about come over here and help us.
No.
They didn't come out 73 wins. They didn't come out 73 wins.
That ain't got no.
And Bosh,
what's the different things? That's different things.
What's the difference?
They didn't make the playoffs.
You over here calling for help?
Yeah.
That team still calling for help.
You call it Tweet.
Still calling for help. Hello.
You call him for help.
Tweety,
Are you serious?
that's fucking apples and oranges. You two goofy motherfuckers. That's apples and oranges, motherfucker. That is not the same thing.
That ain't nothing.
That's the same
nowhere
thing.
near the
A
same
team that
thing.
didn't make the playoffs, of course they're gonna go look and get help.
They need help.
Get better. Right.
Okay.
A team that won 73 games and then lost in the championship after they're up 3-1.
Right.
They shouldn't be calling. They should be running it back.
You still on the phone.
They should be running it back.
Yeah, the game all fucked.
That's why I tell you the bullshit. That's why I tell you the bullshit that people say when they was, they lost because Draymond got suspended one game. It's some bullshit because if they even believe that.
I don't agree with that either. I don't agree with that.
Why'd you go call Rent-A-Cop Hotline? Why'd you go call Rent-A-Cop Hotline and get you a super cop? Right? Why'd you do that?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but mine was the 82-83 76ers. That team right there, Moses Malone and Julius Erving, they had they won what 65-17 and lost 17 games. But
Tony, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That was mine. Honorable mention.
All right.
Anyone else? Anything else? Anybody? Anything else on anything before we jump off? Before we close out?
No, we good, right?
Yeah, we put it on it.
Okay.
Bullshit.
All right. Well, we hit this one pretty good. Hopefully, you guys found it entertaining. I would say for each of you that are out there in the listener base, please chime in and allow us to know who you choose and who you select as your number one team or your top five. We'd be interested in hearing it and seeing what comes from the audience. So with that, we get to this point every week, and we always finish it up the same way. Tweety, hit them.
Like and subscribe. Hood Report 2025.
Let's go, baby.
Like, subscribe. Hey, thank you very much.
Let's go.
Peace out, Detroit. Love you.
Peace.
We're growing. Grow with us, baby. Let's go.
What up, though?